If you live in Leamington or you've been thinking about making a move here, February's numbers just came in, and honestly, there's a lot more good news in here than the headlines would have you believe. Yes, fewer homes sold compared to last year. Yes, prices have softened a little. But homes are still selling in under 3 weeks, and Leamington is sitting right at that sweet spot between a buyer's and a seller's market. Stick around because I'm breaking down exactly what these numbers mean for you, whether you're buying or selling right now in 2026. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Linda Hakr with JUMP Realty, and this is your monthly Leamington real estate market update. Every single month, I go through the actual local MLS numbers so you always know what's actually happening in our market. Not just general headlines that have nothing to do with what's going on right here in Leamington. But before I get into the numbers, if you're thinking about buying, selling, investing, or relocating to Leamington or anywhere in Windsor-Essex, I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week to help them with their next move. And I would genuinely love to have a private conversation with you to see how I can help you make the right decisions, avoid any mistakes, and be properly guided throughout this entire process. If you'd like that conversation, just click the link in the description or contact me directly right here on the screen. All right, now let's get into those numbers. Okay, so here's what actually happened in Leamington in February 2026. There were 44 new listings and 16 homes sold. The average sale price came in at $493,031. And the median sale price was $427,500. Homes sold in a median of just 17 and a half days, and we're sitting on about 5.5 months of inventory. Now, I know some of you are going to look at those numbers and say, wait, sales are down and prices dropped? And you're right. Compared to last year, sales are down about 53% and prices are roughly 11%. And that sounds dramatic, but here's the context that really matters. Last year's February was one of the strongest on record for Leamington. 34 sales and prices at the top of the market. When you compare February 2026 to a more normal year like 2019, sales are actually flat. 0% change. So what we're really seeing is the market returning to normal, not falling apart. And prices? Long-term homeowners who bought before 2020 are still sitting on equity gains of close to 90% compared to 2019 values. The softening we're seeing now is just the market finding its footing again. So the number that you really want to focus on, out of everything in this report, the number I keep coming back to is the 17 and a half days on market. Think about that. In a month, where everyone's talking about the market slowing down, homes in Leamington are still selling in under 3 weeks when they're priced correctly. That is a healthy, functioning market. That tells me there are active, motivated buyers out there right now. What does this mean for buyers? So if you're a buyer looking at Leamington right now, you're in a genuinely good position. With 5.5 months of inventory, we're right at the balanced market line. You have more options than you did a year ago. You have more time to make a thoughtful decision. And the sale to list ratio of 94.3% tells you that buyers are successfully negotiating, getting homes for about 5 to 6% below asking price right now on average. That is real money back in your pocket. And the median price of $427,500 means Leamington offers incredible value, especially compared to larger markets where that budget doesn't get you nearly as much. All right, what does this mean for sellers? Okay, so for sellers, here's what you need to hear. That 94.3% sale to list ratio is your most important number. Last year, it was sitting at 100%. Homes were selling at full ask price. Today, buyers are negotiating, and they're winning about 5 to 6% off the asking price. That means the days of pricing high and waiting for the market to catch up, they're gone for now. But here's the flip side. 17 and a half days on market tells you that when a home is priced right, presented well, it is still selling fast. Sellers who are succeeding right now are not the ones listed at a wishful price. They're the ones who came in accurately, showed their home beautifully, and had a strong marketing strategy behind them. Do those three things in Leamington and it's absolutely still a market where you can walk away with great results. So if you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe. I put these local market updates out every single month so you always know what's happening before you make your next move. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.